So good morning everyone. Welcome to today's maths class. As you already know that we are doing your chapter number 16, playing with numbers, which is very easiest chapter of your whole class 8 maths, in which we have finished till question number 7 in 16.1 yesterday. And I have given you these questions from homework. Those questions were question number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Have you tried those questions, everyone? Any doubt in any of the questions? If you are having doubt, we can see those questions. If you are not having doubt, then we can move forward to next exercise. Okay, yes, Rohan is telling 9, 11 and 12. Okay, Rohan, let us see this. So let us discuss this quickly. Question number 9, yes, it is new. I need to explain you this with different examples. Wait. Can you see this question number 9 one more time? Then here question 9, 11, 12. Yes, Adarsh. Yesterday I have taken only one class. Why? Because the another class we were having of chemistry. 9, 11 and 12. Now, see here, question number 9, everyone. State whether true or false, right? Here we need to... Yes, Shivansh, I'll upload the recording. Right, exactly. I was not able to find the time. Today evening, I'll upload all the recordings. Let me write here. Where is my diary? Okay. So see here they are asking us true or false, right? See all this true or false, everyone. What is the first true or false? What they are asking here? See, number of the form 3n plus 2 will leave remainder 2 when divided by 3. Let us check. Is it true or false? Here they are giving number in the form 3n plus 2. Where your n can be anything or not? Tell me. Right? 3n plus 2, that means your n can be anything. You can keep n anything here. Everyone. Okay. So let us try to keep, or let us try to put different values of n. Now, here, if I put different values of n, what I am going to get here? Tell me. For n equal to 1, what I'll get? 3 ones are 3 plus 2, 5 or not? Right? Now, divide it by 3 and check remainder. What we are going to get remainder here? Tell me. 5 divided by 3. 3 ones are 3. Remainder is 2 or not? Okay. Is remainder 2 here? Okay. Check next. If you are putting n equal to 2, your number will be 3 2s are 6 plus 2. Right. 6 plus 2, 8. If you divide 8 by 3, what you are going to get? 3 2s are 6. 2 or not? Yes or no, everyone? Are you getting my point? Similarly, if you understand this clearly, what process you are doing? Suppose let me put here 3. 3 3s are 9 plus 2, which is 11. If you divide 11 by 3, you are going to get same. 3 3s are 9 and 2 is remainder. So every time we are getting 2 as remainder. And if you check, whenever I am dividing 3, I am getting quotient 1, 2 and 3 or not. In first case, I got quotient 1. In second case, I got quotient 2. In third case, I got quotient 3. Yes or no, everyone? So can I say here n is nothing but quotient and 2 is nothing but remainder? Okay. So from here, I like to show you one more thing in formula book. Here, if you are writing any number like this, A is equal to BQ plus R, right? A is equal to BQ plus R. So there, Q is called your quotient, R is called remainder, B is called divisor. Okay, A is anything. So A is equal to BQ plus R, or A I can say dividend, right? Suppose this is any number, right? You are dividing this by A. So first you are taking B as your divisor, right? Sorry, B is your divisor, right? B is your divisor, Q is your quotient. This will get, you will get BQ. Here you are going to get remainder, and A is your dividend. Right? This is dividend or not? Tell me. This is called dividend only. You can tell me yes. Please give me some response. B divisor, Q quotient, and R remainder. Okay, this is exactly concept of class 10th, but that you can learn here only. Okay, if you pay attention carefully. Is this clear? A equal to BQ plus R. This is the general form of division. Any doubt in this statement? Tell me, anyone. If any student is having any doubt in this statement. Any doubt? No. So here in the question it was given as 3n plus 2. So divisor is 3 and 2 is remainder, and that only they are writing in word form. If you are dividing any number by 3, remainder is 2. Right? I am explaining this one more time. See here everyone. Here it was given that number of the form 3n plus 2 will leave remainder 2 when divided by 3. When we are dividing this number by 3, we are going to get remainder as 2. Okay, so check here. So if it is 3n plus 2, if you put different values of n here, right? Suppose you are putting n equal to 1, 2, 3. Suppose I am putting n equal to 1. 3 1s are 3 plus 2, 5. 3 2s are 6 plus 2, 8. 3 3s are 9 plus 2, 11. So this is 5, 8 and 11. If you divide them by 3, check 5 by 3, we got 1 quotient and 2 remainder. 8 by 3, we got 2 quotient and 2 remainder. 11 by 3, we got 3 as quotient and 2 as remainder. Yes, only for 3, because in the question they are asking only for 3. So moral of the story, whenever you are writing any number in the form of 3n plus 2, so there your first number is just divisor, 3 is divisor. Okay, n is your quotient, which will vary in different cases, right? So here 1, 2 and 3 were the quotients, and this 2, 2, 2 were the remainder. Now others is asking, sir, what if we do not put value of n? If you are not putting value of n, then you will not able to understand the meaning of this statement. Okay, I am explaining you this statement, or I am explaining you this expression by giving these examples. If I will not give any example, how you are going to understand, right? Remember, if any first time when we were learning algebraic expression, or we were learning a linear equation in one variable, everything we learned with the help of example or not? Yes or no? Even when you were child, first time you learned A for apple, that also you learned from example only. A for apple. What if your teacher didn't tell you that A is not for apple? Remember A. So like this, we need to learn everything for example. Sir, is this correct? Any number divided by 3 leaves remainder 2 when added to? No, don't make different statements. Okay, just try to observe this statement. It is not necessary that you are adding 2 in all of the numbers. No, you are adding 2 in all multiples of 3 only. Okay, 3n means multiple of 3. Again, I am telling you here. So a equal to 3n plus 2. That means if you are dividing it by 3, you are going to get 2 as remainder. If you are dividing by b, you are going to get r as remainder. Understood this now, everyone? Any doubt now? Any doubt in any of the portion? Understood? Safwan, Adarsh, clear? Okay, Adarsh clear now? Safwan? Okay, so this just I am showing you to explain this statement, all the different examples. It is not necessary. Now, once you understood, then no need to write these different examples for each and every case. Okay? This was just for your understanding part. So first statement is true or false. Number of the form will leave remainder 2 when divided by 3. True. Second statement. Number 7n plus 10 will leave remainder 4 when divided by 7. Check. 7n plus 10. 7n. Your 10 is nothing but 7 plus 3 or not? 7n plus 7 plus 3. You can tell me yes, everyone. Right? 7n plus 7 plus 3. Why I am writing like this? If I take from here 7 common, isn't this will be n plus 1 plus 3? I hope you are getting my point. Are you getting my point, everyone? Please give me some response. Okay. Now tell me, if you divide this by 7, what you will get remainder? If you are dividing this by 7, this is 7 into something plus 3. So what is the remainder? Remainder is 3 or not? You are getting confused? Tell me yes. That yes, sir, we are getting confused. We are not getting how we can get remainder 3. Correct, everyone? Okay. So here, just again take help of this table. Again take help of this table. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry, leave it, leave it, leave it. Right? That is one way. If you are able to understand from this, that is fine. If you are not able to understand from this, let us do this with this example. Now see here, and this is 7n plus 10. 7n plus 10. Okay. Now we are going to write here remainder when divided by 7. Always do like this only. Suppose if you are putting n equal to 1, what you will get here? 7 into 1 plus 10, which is nothing but 17. Yes or no, everyone? Tell me. 7 into 1 plus 10, 17. Now, if you divide 17 by 7, what you will get remainder? 17 by 7. 7 2s are 14. Remainder is 3 or not? Okay. Now, let us put 2. 7 2s are 14 plus 10. 7 and plus 10. 14 plus 10, 24. Now, divide 24 by 7. What you will get remainder? 7 3s are 21, 3. Can I say remainder is 3? Everyone. Rohan, Jalin, Sanvi, Ananya, getting? Everyone? Pranjan, Farhan, Amruta. Amruta getting, na? Right? Next. 7 3s. Okay. Now 7 3s are 21 plus 10, 31. Try to divide 31 by 7. 7 4s are 28. And you will get remainder 3. So every time we are getting remainder 3 or not? Understood this now? Okay. Now what they are asking in the question, that we are going to get remainder 4 when divided by 7. Now tell me, is it true or false? False, na? Why are not replying? Here what they are telling, that remainder is 4. But what we are getting remainder? Remainder we are getting 3 or not? Yes. So we are getting remainder 3. Understood now? So always follow this table method. For this type of questions, always follow table method. Okay? Clear, everyone? You can tell me yes. Okay, now let me show you third part. If n by 5 leaves remainder 3 and n by 2 leaves remainder 0, then n by 10 leaves remainder 4. Let us check. N by 5 leaves remainder 3. N by 2 leaves remainder 0. In the end, n by 10 leaves remainder 4. Or first note down these two parts, right? No, I'll tell you how to check this, but first note down this. Okay? First and second, true or false. Quickly note down this. Are you getting any background noise, anyone? Okay, what about now? Are you getting now? No, no. Yes, Samar is asking, sir, is the other way you told earlier for second part BQ plus R? Yes, Samar. This is that BQ plus R form which I have written earlier, where your Q will become N plus 1 here. Right? It is becoming N plus 1. But I think it is difficult to understand. So, my voice clear now, everyone? Okay, note down this quickly and tell me once you're done. Yes, write the table to everyone, because now you are going to understand with the help of table only. So please write the table. Done, everyone? Okay. So let us continue from here. Now see, We were left at question number 3. Can you see this question number 3 here? See, n by 5 leaves remainder 3. Now, after doing all these questions, can you tell me if n by 5 is leaving remainder 3, how can you write n? See, here you need to think a little bit. If n by 5 is leaving remainder 3, no, not like that. I am trying to ask you the general form. Okay, see, understand this. Okay, is my voice coming? Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3. Is my voice coming, everyone? Hello. Okay, wait, I am not able to hear that. Should come now. One, two, three. Okay, it is coming. Now see here, it is low. Varsha is telling low. Okay, what about now, Varsha? Is it still low? 1, 2, 3. Fine. Okay. Now see here, everyone. So n by 5 leaves remainder 3. Just understand this with the help of your first statement. In first statement, your number of was of the form 3n plus 2, and it was leaving remainder 2 when it was divided by 3. Understood this? So what is the meaning of 3n plus 2? If you are writing any number as 3n plus 2, that means if you are dividing by 3, remainder is 2. Is this clear? Right? If you are dividing by 3, remainder is 2. That means 3 is divisor and 2 is remainder. Am I correct? Now you have to think this question from different point of view. Here they have given you two conditions. This is condition A, this is condition B. They are telling that if any number is satisfying both these conditions, then check whether it is satisfying second condition or not. Are you getting my point, everyone? They are telling like this. Now how we can check this? First condition, condition 1. When you are dividing by 5, remainder is 3. So can you tell me what is divisor here and what is remainder here? 5 is divisor or remainder? Quickly. Divisor. 3 is remainder or what? Remainder. Now we are knowing divisor as well, remainder. So can I say your capital N can be 5 into something plus 3, because we can write any number if we know its divisor and remainder in this form, 3 into something plus 2. That something can be any number, right? That I can write here capital N as well, but capital N already I have written here. Let me write here small n. Okay, can I say let n equal to pi n plus 3? How I can write this? From condition 1. Everyone, got this or confusion? Sir, is n quotient? No. N quotient, yes. Yes, Rohan, n is quotient here. Small n is quotient. Okay, 5 is divisor and 3 is remainder. Got this, everyone? Please tell me yes, right? Sanketi, Samarth, Shivansh, sure. Condition 1. Is condition 1 clear? Okay. Now let me show you condition 2. Condition 2, they are telling that n by 2 leaves remainder 0. So what is its meaning? N by 2 leaves remainder 0. That means n is even number or not, right? n is divisible by 2. Okay, here n is divisible by 2. If it is divisible by 2, then n is even number. Understood this, everyone? N is even number. Any doubt till this point? N is even number. Correct? Now, let us simplify it to the next point. Now, let us find the numbers which can satisfy both these conditions. Now, to find such numbers which can satisfy both these conditions, again we are going to use table approach. Okay, and here in table my input is small n, so I like to put all the values of small n only. Okay, here I have to put values of small n. In earlier question capital N was input, so I was keeping values of capital N. Now I need to keep values of small n. So small n I'll check first condition 1. Condition 1 is capital N equal to 5n plus 3. This is my condition 1. Then I'll check condition 2. What is condition 2? That it is even number or not. Correct? Please give me some response. If it is satisfying both of them, then I will think. Okay. Sir, what is capital N? Capital N we will see now. Right? Suppose I am putting small n as 1. So 5 ones are 5 plus 3. So here capital N will be 5 plus 3, 8 or not? Now tell me, is 8 even number? Is 8 even number? Safan, Rohan, Samar, yes? So 8 is your even number. Yes, 8 is accepted. Suppose I am putting next value of n, which is 2. Now if I put here 5 into 2 plus 3. Now 5 2s are 10 plus 3. What will be its answer? Tell me. 5 2s are 10 plus 3. It is nothing but 13 or not? Okay. Now 13 is even or odd? Odd.
Odd.
Okay. So this is nothing but odd. Okay. Safan is telling that I am stuck. But I think Safan net is fine. What about other students? If I put n equal to 3, so 5 3s are 15 plus 3, 18. Is it even number? Yes or no? Yes. In the same way, if I put 4, 5 4s are 20 plus 3, 23. Is it odd number? Right, it is odd. So no to even number. Clear everyone? Till this point. Okay, any doubt till this point? Any doubt till this point? Anyone? Now check. Now they are asking for condition 3. Right? If both conditions are satisfied, then in condition 3, if you are dividing your given number by 10, are you getting remainder 4? That we need to check. Okay. So for condition 3, we need to check that for condition 3, we need to check remainder when divided by 10. Okay. And this condition 3, we have to check to those numbers which are satisfying both conditions. That is condition 1 and condition 2 only. Am I correct? Everyone, please give me some response. Now, if we are dividing 8 by 10, what is the remainder? We cannot divide this by 10. So remainder is 8 only. Okay. Now if I am taking 18, okay, here this is not applicable at all. This is also not applicable. If you are dividing 18 by 10, what is your remainder? 8 only. In the same way, when you are going to take next number, after 8, 18, which number you will get? 28. 28 by 10, what will be remainder? 8 only. Hope you are getting my point, everyone. After 28, you will get 38, right? So 8 will be remainder. So this statement is true or false now? False. They are telling that remainder should be 4, but we will get remainder is 8. Understood, everyone? Easy? Easy? Okay. So understood now this question? Quickly note down this, all these conditions from here. It is. Definitely it is lengthy. Once you're done, just tell me. Please do it quickly. Don't take so much time. We are not having that much time. Now, similarly, one last question is left. Question number 4. Can you do that question from home? Right? N by 3 and n by 2 leaves remainder 0. Then n by 6 leaves remainder 0. Now, n by 3 leaves remainder 0. What is its meaning? This means that your number is multiple of 3 or not. Right? It is coming in table of 3. Now, from the numbers which are coming in table of 3, you need to identify how many numbers are even. Once you identify the even numbers, then for those numbers, you need to check n by 6. Right? So just try this from home. If you face any difficulty, I can show you in next class. Okay. After question 9, you were having doubt in 11 and 12. So 12 is same like this. Suppose that division x by 5 leaves the remainder 4. So you can write x as 5n plus 4. And the division x by 2 leaves remainder 1. What is its meaning? X by 2 leaves remainder 1 means, see, x by 2 leaves remainder 0. That means x is even number. If you are dividing any odd number by 2, what is your remainder? 1 or not? Yes. So here x by 2 leaves remainder 1, that means it is odd number. So here also you need to apply the table. First you will put all the values of n, then 5n plus 4. From all this 5n plus 4, you will check which numbers are even and which numbers are odd. Are you getting my point? Which numbers are even and which numbers are odd. And from these numbers, just you have to target odd numbers. Hope you are getting my point. Okay. So, and for those numbers, you need to check the last condition, right? Find one's digit of x. So can I leave it to you from homework? Right? Question number 12. Now question number 11. If from a 2-digit number, we subtract the number formed by reversing its digit, then the result so obtained is a perfect cube. How many such numbers are possible? Write all of them. So this is good question that we will do here only. Let me show you that question. Any background noise you are getting? Is it fine? Everything? Mouse scrolling voice, I guess. Now, can you see this question number 11? Okay. Let us do this question one by one as instructions are given to you. First, if from a 2-digit number, can you assume one 2-digit number here? Let a 2-digit number is AB, and AB is its usual form. So what will be its general form? In starting only we have seen. Okay, so its general form is tan A plus B or no? We subtract the number formed by reversing its digit. So by reversing digits, new number BA will be equal to tan B plus A. Just a minute. Let me check audio settings. Okay, let us continue. So now we need to subtract from a 2-digit number. We subtract the number formed by reversing its digit. Then the results so obtained are perfect. If I am subtracting this, can I say here it is tan A minus tan B plus B minus A, because this is also minus. Right? You all remember this subtraction or not, which we have done in algebraic expression? Please give me some response. Do you remember this? Okay. So if you simplify this, tan A minus A, 9A, minus tan B plus B, minus 9B. So if I take 9 common, A minus B, right? Clear till this point? 9 into A minus B. Okay. After getting this 9 into a minus b, now you need to find the number such that it can become perfect cube. Now, how it can become perfect cube? Tell me. It is 9 into a minus b. Is 9 is your perfect cube? Tell me. Yes or no? No. Is 9 a perfect square? Yes. So here difference is 9 into a minus b, which is equal to 3 into 3 into a minus b, because 9 is 3 into 3. So for difference to be a perfect cube, for difference to be a perfect cube, now tell me what can be value of a minus b? Right. A difference can be perfect cube when a minus b is equal to 3 only. Yes or no? Okay. When a minus b is 3 only. From here, can I make a as subject? So a is equal to b plus 3. Yes or no? Everyone. A is equal to b plus 3. Now what they are asking, if from a 2-digit number we subtract the number formed by reversing its digits, then the result so obtained is a perfect cube. How many such numbers are possible? Write all of them. So now we need to find how many such numbers are possible. You all know that a and b both are digits. What are the possible values of these digits? 0 to 9 or not? Right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can tell me yes, everyone. Right? 0 to 9. So if I am putting all these values of b here, suppose I am putting values of b, right? I am starting from 0. Then I am checking value of a, and finally I will write here 2-digit number, which general form is ab, or usual form is ab, and general form is 10a plus b. Let us see how many such numbers we can get here. Okay. If I am taking b equal to 0, what is the value of a? 3 or not? Right? Because a is equal to b plus 3. 0 plus 3 equal to 3. So your number will be 30. Yes or no? Is this number possible? 30 and reverse of its number is 3. 30 minus 3, 27, which is perfect cube. Next, if you take b1, 1 plus 3, 4. So now your number is 41. Right? 41 minus 14. You can check your answer. Right? It is also 27. 2. 2 plus 3, 5. So this is 52. 52 and 25. Right? No need to check about 52 and 25. That just I am telling you. Is this clear, everyone? In the same way, if b equal to 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 63. b equal to 4, 3 plus 4, wait, 3 plus 4, 7, 74. If I am putting b equal to 5, 3 plus 5, 8, 85. If I am putting b equal to 6, 3 plus 6, 9. Hello? Is my voice coming? Can you hear me? This is 96. Now, if you are putting any number greater than 6, 3 plus 7, 10, which is not possible because your a can have values like this only. Okay, we can have value from 0 to 9 only. So value of a is 10 is not possible. Note down this quickly. These are all possible values from 30 to 96. Can I show you next part now? Noted down this. Please do it quickly. We are not having that much time. Done, everyone? Quickly tell me yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here our first part 16.1 is over. We need to check now 16.2. Yes, Piyush, I'll do that. I'll upload recording by tonight. By tonight 10 p.m. it will be there. But let me discuss few things over here.